The spirit of linebacker Sam Mills lives on in 2 words. And the sounding of the drum reminds every Panther to keep pounding as they get ready for a fight here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Today, a good one in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle. Jukes out a one-stop. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. And now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his 3rd season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Carolina Panther. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's going to manage a low yard on that drive up the gut. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Willie Gay there on the tackle.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Room to throw here on 3rd. Into the hands of Wiggins. And they make the tackle at the 38. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That's good for a Carolina Panther. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, it's Hubbard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jack Jones making that tackle.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Hubbard again. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Young. Now set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. 4th down, Young. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it's recovered by the offense. But Brock, it's 4th down. They know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
I've heard from many of Tua's peers in the league that there's just not a more accurate guy. If you wanted to just do an accuracy test in the NFL, yeah, Tua's going to hit that target as much as anybody in the league. Avoiding injury and being available is really the only question mark now in Tua's career.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. He swans in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That stop made by Derek Brown.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa. Now he takes it. And Tagovailoa hits the turf, sliding down after picking up the 1st.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Dolphins.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Out of the shotgun, a gift to AJ. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Trayvon Merritt there for the stop.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to. And keep them from piling on those yards.
Tua off the play fake. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Third down, 1 yard to go. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time to get down there to the red zone. And things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. The kick by Patterson is good. And that will get them on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Dowdle now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now for the 2nd time, we take a look at this Panther offense. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Young on the play action. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D tackles of today, You not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass, too, and that D tackle just got it done.
$12 to go now on second down after the sack. Another try following the sack. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
And 12 yards to go.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the gun, Young. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
On fourth down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. Malik Washington will return this for the Dolphins. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. The defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. Third down coming up.
The tackle by Christian Rosebud. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. A-Chain running to the right. Up the sideline, past the 40. Jukes one defender. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa. Out wide, 12. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. At the distance, but no good. It finds that left upright. And they are unable to double their lead.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
The Panther offense headed out to the field. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Pass brought in by Carolina McMillan. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Going play action. Young finds him over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Young working from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
On 3rd down, it's Young. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Sam Martin on again now to punt it away. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. The Miami offense headed out there now. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal trying to miss the mark. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a chance. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And again, an interception is drawn. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. One makes the catch. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. To find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch, it's a perfect play to break it big.
He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. He has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. A.J. Wanham gets there to haul him down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. To the air yet again. Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings them to 3rd down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Here's Tua again. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. He's got it inside the 25. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Slot man motioned over. Second down carry for AJ. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. This a 39-yarder. The kick by Patterson is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Dowdle now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap now to Young. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Hubbard quick on the draw. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, Young. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Our score, 6-0. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They have it on 2nd and short. Now it's Young. He'll step up, and there he goes. And Young with a smart move here on the slide as he picks up the first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Carolina Panther.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Young to throw. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Young. Launch this one up, looking deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Carolina in punt formation. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that first down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Got for big yards on the right side. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Miami.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Caught by Washington, left side. Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 41. Washington, the motion man here. Running with Achane out of the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Achane again. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
It'll be the this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. Panthers with Trevor Etienne deep to return. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Carolina offense headed out now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left for some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Short throws drops. This one's incomplete. That was Tannero McMillan he was looking for. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
2nd and 10 now. Young's going to try again. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Young's going to throw it. 3rd and 2. He's trying to push the field. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
Sam Martin on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And the punter earning some high fives on that one. They're going to down this kick at the 3. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion here left. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Etienne. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
In truth, Kate, kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on second down as well.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They run the counter to Achan. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. They'll stick with A-Chain. Escapes a defender. Looks like they get about 4 out of it, but not close to the first. That brings up 4th down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. And he gets it away from his end zone. Return starts from the 45. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They run again with Hubbard. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Outright, Leggett makes the ground. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's Hubbard on the give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. This is Hubbard. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Now, after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Young working from the gun. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Fitzgerald sends this through. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a three-point game now. D.S. Cringe to return it. Making some progress here. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still first down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. Back deep to return, Trevor Etienne. He has it at the 13. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Panthers set to take the field. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Dumped off to his running back. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Tenerola McMillan that time. And now 4th down, staring right at him.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tua. Dumps it off to Achan. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Putting a receiver in motion. Chain on the inside give. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
11 on the play. 1st down, Dolphins.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Dolphins leading near the break. 1st down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. He's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Here's 2nd and 11. Hits him on the out route. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Tua now from the gun. Throwing deep for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Dowdle now to return it. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First and 10 now from the 30. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. And they got to him for the sack, but I think that they might have had an unfair advantage there, Brock. Sure looked offsides, and we've got a flag. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still first down.
A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty. Young looking to throw. He's stepping up and takes off for this one. That ball is out. Young lost it. And the Dolphins have it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So it's 2nd down coming up.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Here's a screen for Achane. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
First down, here's Tua. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down, Dolphins.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Achane up the middle. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins bump the lead up to 13 points.
16. Panthers 3.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Dowdle now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Panthers, taking over late in this first half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. It's Young. The throw here on first. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Young to throw it. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contest. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Tagovailoa on first down. Connecting on the slant. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our 3rd quarter gets underway. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Miami offense for the opening possession of the 3rd. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Achane, a 1st down carry. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's Tua. Now here he goes. A good business decision there as he comes up at the end of it. Give him around 7 and give this offense now 3rd down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down. Now Tua to throw. Waddle makes the catch. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here's a chance on the pistol. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Tua setting up to throw. Finds his back. Achane. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Going on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Setting up the running back screen. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch him behind the line. This goes for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So out now comes the punter. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Carolina Panther.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Hubbard again. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by Rasul Douglas.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Up the middle, Hubbard. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
35-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
From the pistol, it's Young. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 23-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll give the Panthers a first
That's
down.
good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
First and 10, it's Hubbard. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's another Carolina Panther.
Haven't been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate. I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
It's Hubbard off the option. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Young working from the gun. That's caught, Jimmy Horn Jr. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Jimmy Horn Jr. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Running back sent in motion. Quick pass right side, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They're going for it, Young. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a chance. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Chain again. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
The Panthers going with the dime. 3rd down. Tua looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they have this one well contained. And there's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
The tight end going in motion right. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. It's a good play. It's a great play.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Young. He keeps it and takes off. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Carolina Panther. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the Dolphins' 42-yard line.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. From the 42. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
15 yards on the play. That's another Carolina Panther.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Young on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
From the 21. That's incomplete left side.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Looking to throw, Young. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald, and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Fitzgerald sends this through. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here comes Malik Washington. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Dolphins just about set up here, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down, here's Tua. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Achane. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Front team on the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
2nd and 10 now. Young's going to try again. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They put a receiver in motion right. On third down, it's Young. Finds his man over the middle. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be fourth and maybe a yard.
A gain of 9.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Dolphins to back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Tua off the play fake. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
On now comes their punter. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Carolina offense headed out now.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Young looking to throw. He'll set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Young working from the gun. Into the hands of Leggett. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
He was
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Young throwing here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third and long for him here. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Carolina in punt formation. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Miami offense headed out there now. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Handoff running left, A-Chain. He scraped together a few yards, but not much. Third down coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's caught for the first. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
You want to become the quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They run the counter to H-Chan. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness, the pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
Tua out of the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out with a pick of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
And the Panthers into the nickel set. Third down coming. Tua now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this is going to stick them deep on their own side. That's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Young. That one's cut along the left sideline. He's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on 1st down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got. He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here's Young to throw. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
They've got 1st down from the 31. Motioning Washington right. Juke the defender. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a toss play for Aiken. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
He was brought down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Waddle makes the catch. He gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
First down, Miami.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
He's brought down back at the
Good
16
defense
yard
tackles
line.
in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with A-Chain. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Staring down, that down and distance, it was going to take some type of big play offensively to extend the drive. But all that sack did was create a bigger play for the defense.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Patterson is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. On the return, this is ETN. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Panthers set to take the field. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's Young. Short pass brought in. He's going to get a few here. Brought down at the 33-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now it's Young. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's 3rd down now.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They bring Horn in motion. Throw on 3rd down. Cut down the field. Leggett. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, That's the trust. And then they got to believe that separation can create the big play down the field.
That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
Brings up
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
On third down, it's Young. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's set out. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set up now for first and 10. Running left, here's A-Chain. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. From the 46. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Dolphins in a good spot, up by 13. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And after they were stopped on fourth down, their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Xavier Leggett, the target on that throw. And it sets up second down.
Brings up second
Well, you
and 10
certainly
at the
want those
20-yard
throws to
line.
be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
On second and 10, Young finds him over the middle. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, third down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
Throwing now. Oh no, he lost control of another one. But I believe someone on the Panthers made it to the loose football first. They're hanging on to it.
Loss of 5. It's fourth down.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is fourth down. To throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. It is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's first and 10. From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Young working from the gun. And that's a touchdown. Great catch there. And with almost no time left, I'm not they're going to need a miracle, but it is still possible. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a designed read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Going after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers get it back to within 6.
19. Panthers 13.
Ooh, their comeback hopes are dwindling by the second, but any path to victory starts with a successful onside try here. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Dolphins and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Dolphins breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.